everybody, Lori Duff here from the Cowgirl Channel of Canada. I am so excited to be here this beautiful August Sunday in Brantford, Ontario with JJ Reining at the Steel City Slide. This has been such an amazing weekend here. These ladies are fantastic. Thank you, ladies, for coming on the show and tell us a little bit about yourself. First we have Sharon and then we have Jen. Go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm from England originally and got into horses when I was 7 years old.
Awesome. Seven, I
was 7 years old, yeah. And then I moved to Canada in 1997, pretty much. I'm from Manchester, England. You can take the girl out of Manchester, but you can't take
So we're here with
Manchester
these beautiful ladies. Beautiful. And Sharon, thank you so much. That's wonderful. Jen, tell us a little bit about where you're from. You're here from Ontario, correct?
Yes, I'm here from Cambridge, Ontario, and I grew up in Cambridge and started riding horses when I was 3 years old.
Right, and anybody in your family ride as well?
No,
or?
no one.
Okay, do you have siblings, brothers, sisters?
I do, but no one took an interest except
fast
for me.
You know, isn't
I
that
have
funny?
a business
I like
called
that
Be
too.
a Better You, which is springboarding off of what Jen said about her husband, always pushing her to be better.
Yep.
Well, I realised probably in about 2003, I had a good friend of mine. She was the kind of person who is good at exploring your brain.
Okay.
And she really started my journey of self-awareness and realising, because I used to think everybody loves a good argument.
Do you mind sharing what her name was?
Oh yeah, her name's Nuala.
Nuala.
She worked with me for a long time. She's
beautiful.
Very smart, helps people, I think, get out of their own way.
Yes.
So she triggered this learning journey for me. That
Okay.
It was 2003 it started.
Wow.
And I went and asked people for some feedback. How do I come across? And people said, well, you can be intimidating and aggressive. Wow, I didn't actually get up in the morning and go, hey, I'm going to be intimidating and aggressive
it was
today.
just your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I asked people, okay, so what does that look like for you when it happens? And I guess the intimidating part comes from I'm confident, because it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks about me.
Exactly.
It's what I think about me, and
Yeah.
I'll share everything about myself, warts and all.
Yeah.
I'm human.
Yeah.
I fail a lot. I succeed also on occasion. And I started, I was in the advertising business. I was Vice President Client Services at one of the largest global advertising agencies in Toronto.
Wow.
And then I realised, look back now, I probably wasn't a very good manager. I got things done, but I wasn't good with people. So this learning journey was a discovery of like, oh wow, how I was showing up in the world, and what that incident, my parents spoiling me getting bullied, all led to me being
So it went all the way back
aggressive.
to there.
Yeah,
You could look back all the way to there.
Nuala helped me actually figure
When
that
I was
out.
3,
Wow.
I had
I
one
never knew
family
how
member
much
that
of an
would take me
impact.
to the local shows around here. So
Nice.
I grew up with knowing all the rodeo
Oh,
people
cool.
and WHA, AQHA. So, at the age of 11, I thought, well, wouldn't it be great to buy a yearling?
Oh,
Yeah.
at 11?
Yes.
At 11?
Yes.
You're a brave girl.
Yeah, really a smart decision.
Yeah.
Anyways, that yearling went on to live to 24 and
Wow,
brought
fantastic.
me many year-end awards and in AQHA and WHA and Western events.
Nice.
So,
What was the horse's name?
Wana.
Wana?
Yeah, Wana's Oto Lady. That
Oh,
was her.
wow, beautiful.
Yes. So, in my early 20s, I worked for some people that, I felt like I wasn't good enough.
Okay.
They kind of
Like
held me back.
horse people?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've always worked in the industry, and I think
Nice.
at that point I thought to myself, you know what, maybe I don't want to do this. It was
Right.
a real struggle. And,
Okay.
and so it led me to rethinking about doing something for myself instead of for working for others.
Okay.
So I ventured out to start my own business, and it was a lot of hard work.
Oh, yeah.
But with the support of my husband, he was a major support behind me.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he always pushed me to be better
Yeah.
and supported me, and he still does to this day.
Oh, you're a lucky woman.
I am.
You're a very lucky woman. Sharon, a little bit about your background. Did you always have horses growing up, or when you moved to Canada, did you get involved with horses then, or?
I started riding at the age of 7, and I had...
Very fearless, right? When we're at that age, we're completely fearless.
I was completely fearless, but when I was about 9 years old, I started to walk a bit funny, had a bit of a limp.
Okay.
I kept saying, oh, my leg's hurting, and my mum would take me to the doctors, and the doctor would say, oh, it's a pull muscle, and my leg was actually getting shorter. So I was stood there one day with my leg hiked up, and my mum said, "Stand properly." I said, "I can't." So they realised there was something wrong. They took me to X-rays, and they saw that my hip had completely out of joint. I had what's called Perthes disease.
Just in one hip?
Just in the left hip.
Oh, wow.
My left leg was 2 inches shorter than my right one. So, and I was quite old for it to happen. They usually check for it at babies, you know, they check the creases in the legs. So I was 9 when it happened. I was off school for a whole year, and I had my legs in plaster. I was in a frog's leg plaster cast, so all the way with a plaster cast thing across the bottom there, pole. I was home tutored. When I was home tutored, my parents spoiled me, which is the worst thing you could do for a kid. Don't spoil your kids. Because when I started back at school again, I had a walking stick. I had no kneecaps, it looked like, because I'd been my legs in plaster for all that time. I was bullied in school because I expected all the kids to be nice to me. So I was bullied. I hated school. I'm smart. School didn't suit me, so I didn't do too well in school. Went into college, did art college, and all of a sudden my voice came back. And I think when you've been bullied, you either withdraw or go the other way. So my teeth came back with my voice. Actually, edit that bit out. My voice came back with teeth.
Awesome, I love it.
So I came back and I was very fierce, but I was too fierce. I would get people before they got me. I was very aggressive. So I made sure I was protecting myself.
That's like your struggle, your journey, and like some of the stuff like you just saying about your husband being supportive. Like, where are we all when we're doing all this stuff? Like, I mean, you know, just for example, the competitors that are here this weekend, I mean, you know, it's real. They're in this moment right now today. But what you just said is so relevant that you can trace and go all the way back to that moment in your life and go, okay, that's what kind of kick-started this. So tell me a little bit about you guys, how you met. Like you just said that you're kind of like your businesses were one of the things that kind of brought you guys together. Is that correct?
It's sort of I'm segueing into that.
Okay.
Because my business is a soft skills training. So I train people. My business is called Be a Better You.
Okay.
So it's how to be a better
person.
Hear
that, ladies?
Yeah.
Be a better you. Contact Sharon about her.
Workshops.
It's workshops. So she does workshops. So fantastic. That's very interesting. And you've been doing those for how long?
I've been training people. I've trained people in Canada, the US, the UK.
Beautiful.
Globally, actually, I do it online now. Also, more than like 15 years.
Okay.
So, and I'm always learning about myself. I'm nowhere near perfect. I rekindled my passion for horses so from the story about the hip, I ended up having a hip replacement in 2004. I tried riding it in 2003, but it was so painful I could hardly even sit on a horse. I had a hip replacement in the January of 2004. Got on a horse in August. I worked at a ranch, and I was a barrel racer. But but that's 15 seconds of glory. Still, that's a lot of fun. It was whizzing around those barrels. It was lots of fun. But I wanted to get into something more. This guy came to the ranch and was doing stuff with the horse. I was like, what is that? And found out later it was Reining. So I've been into it since about 2009 and very naive about it. Thought I could turn my barrel racing horse into a reiner. No, didn't happen. And in fact, I think I'm the interlude where I went back to the UK, where I reconnected with somebody I knew in the 1980s, who's now my husband.
Nice, and beautiful.
Dragged him back to Canada. No, we went to come in 2015. Picked back up with the horses again, and Jen and I met in 2017.
Okay.
Because I was at Paso Gate, and I needed a coach because I know that I'm not good enough to do it. So Jen came out and gave me a lesson, and the minute I met her, I thought this is the woman for me because ride that horse, don't ride it like a coffee table, not one of those 1980s wiggly coffee tables, straight. And it just, I love her analogies.
Right.
And riding the horse uphill, it's like a powerboat. So I really enjoyed.
I love that too. That's kind of cool, Jen.
Yeah.
I love when people kind of get you thinking like that, like, you know, and like associate. I do that with my horsemanship too. It's like, you know, if I got to talk about traffic to get people to understand, stay in your own lane when you're riding, I will, but whatever it is. But that's really cool. So you are a coach as well.
Yes. So when Sharon messaged me for a lesson, I said to my husband, I'm going out to Paso Gate to teach this woman named Sharon Jones. Don't really know her. I knew her name from ORHA. And, you know, so I went out and we worked together. And she just said to me at that point, I just need a coach maybe once a month. I can do things on my own. I said, cool. I'm not here to shove my beliefs down your throat. Like
Whatever.
That was it.
Yeah.
So gave the lesson, and so we parted and said, okay, well, you call me, and so I
Call you next week.
No, I went back and I said to my husband, I don't think she's going to call me again. She seems pretty self-sufficient. And so she ended up calling.
You probably were, right?
She ended up calling.
Not in riding, I'm not self-sufficient.
and so it just became, I'd go out more.
A partnership for the coaching. That's how you guys started. That's fantastic. And then, so what inspired you guys to go into business together?
Well, because we'd been to, in 2017, 2018, we went to a lot of shows in the US. We went to Hamburg, we went to Michigan.
Wow, good show.
We really enjoyed the atmosphere in the US shows. And they have lots of swag, etc. They have alcohol too, but we can't have that here. Anyway, but we just enjoyed that whole environment.
Yeah.
And then we have shows in Richmond, Ontario. Which was great. Unfortunately, we weren't having as many as we'd had previously.
Right.
So Jen and I were talking one day, and we say, who's going to put on more shows?
Yeah.
And we kind of looked at each other and Ontario, which was great. Just as bad as many of them as there used to be. They had dwindled, unfortunately. So we looked at each other and said, who's going to put on a show?
Yeah.
May as well be us.
Yeah.
And this was also, we started the business, talking about it late 20, when was it? Late 2020, wasn't it?
2020.
That was the first year of COVID.
Correct.
We were all kind of home,
That's right, yeah.
You need to kind of sit and be together. So how did you guys do that?
6 feet apart.
Good.
Well, I think being it was 2020 and we're planning a show ahead.
Yeah.
Would there still be COVID
Oh,
restrictions?
yeah, exactly.
So,
and would you get entries? Would you get people investing in it?
The first 2 shows last year, I think it was the first 2 shows were cancelled, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were...
Due to restrictions, yeah.
Luckily for us, ours was in August. So, but we were still...
Being that we're both self-employed, that made a
Yeah.
huge difference because we have to put ourselves out there.
Right.
Someone who's managed and employed would not maybe take that risk.
Yeah.
So that
Exactly.
was a huge risk.
And that was it. That was a risk. But I'm so grateful that you guys did. And I'm sure everybody that's here and last year are so grateful that you guys did. For just to tell a little bit more to our audience about you ladies as women in this industry and, entrepreneurs really and business partners. What would you say to some young women that are watching our channel and saying, hey, you know what, I'm very interested in doing stuff like that. What would you give them as some advice?
Give us a call, come on board and help us. Well, because we need sponsors, we need volunteers.
Yes.
It's me and Jen pretty much the whole time planning. The planning, because we do 2 shows. We did one last year, and honestly, last year I think we were walking around the whole time.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't done a show before.
And this one's easier, maybe?
Yes, it's getting easier, but we were running around like headless chickens last year because, I don't know. But we've had a fantastic group of volunteers here at the show. We couldn't do it without them. Jen's husband is our incredible show manager.
Oh, really?
My husband also helps out with the gates.
Well, that's kind of nice that you guys have, your partners are helping out and stuff like that and being a part of it. But so if a young woman wanted to get involved, volunteer, help out with the show and stuff like that, maybe as she's helping out volunteering, she could kind of pick your brains about some ideas that they have for their businesses.
Absolutely. I'm always new things. I'm very open. So is Jen. One of the things that makes us work so well, because I've had business partnerships in the past, but you have to be on the same page. You have to have the same goals, the same passion.
Absolutely.
And we do, but we're very different.
Yeah.
So we have very different strengths. We're both terrible at finances. We shouldn't say that.
Well, you're bringing something to the table that makes struggles in everything that we're doing, for sure, because if without the struggles and without the fails, we don't learn, right? And that's one of the beautiful things even about Reining, right?
Yeah. Well, we fail a lot. We do, but we laugh about it. We do things, silly things like we call each other up and go, upped. And we laugh because we know we don't give each other grief about it because we're both very, very hard working. We have our own businesses. We've both got very strong work ethics. Yeah. So doing this is great. We give out goodie bags. We put a lot of time and effort into our shows. We want the people here to have a fantastic time.
It shows. Like when I was doing some of the live coverage yesterday, some of my commentary just talking about it. Like, this feels like a show that's like in its 15th year. You guys are doing that's here. How it's just amazing. And like I said, coming into this and not even like really aware, like it's my first time in Brantford and first time here at this fairgrounds. What a beautiful facility. You know, and that's a part of it. When you have success like that and you have a venue where people can feel comfortable and the horses are looked after. If anybody wanted to reach out to you about this show and to find out about how they can volunteer, how would they do that? How would they contact you guys?
If Taylor Sheridan wants to sponsor us, he can contact us.
Hear that, Taylor?
Email jjreining@gmail.com. Okay. Also, we have a website.
Perfect.
jjreining.ca, and we're on Facebook as JJ Reining. So please make friends with us because we want more friends.
Exactly. Jen, is there something that you'd like to say to some young, inspiring woman? So you've been a coach, you're a businesswoman, business partner, and just a beautiful person. Both you ladies are just so beautiful. Is there something you'd like to say to a young woman aspiring to do any of those things?
Well, my passion is coaching. I love to help people. Recently, in the last year or two, I think it is, we worked with Gil Friedman from Mental Athletics.
Nice.
And one of his quotes is, practice ugly.
Oh, wow.
So when you're out in the show looking at you and you think, oh, well, I'm going to show off my best maneuvers. My best maneuvers so I don't look stupid.
So what is the saying again?
Practice ugly.
Practice ugly. Okay.
So I've practiced this where I go out and I block those people out and I just work on what I need to do to get things done. I've done this in my life and now, and you know, just
beautiful.
So I'd say to a young woman, you know what? Don't worry what other people are looking.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And just live life maybe a little bit ugly because
I love
it's gonna
it.
be
That's
beautiful.
amazing. Live life a little bit ugly.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's so inspiring because I think everything that everybody is doing is beautiful. It's being just your second year for this event. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. I can't wait to come back next year. I know I had another venue that possibly could have taken this weekend spot for me on my circuit, but definitely think this is where I'm going to be next year. So hopefully it's the same weekend dates. But thank you, ladies, so much for everything. I really appreciate your time. This show, what's your highlight from this weekend so far? We're on Sunday. So what's your highlight, Sharon, from this weekend?
I have a personal highlight.
Okay.
Because I rode in the Derby last night.
Yes, I saw that.
So, but my horse, I've always wanted a horse that I take from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
Jen helped me every step of the way because she coaches me on my horse. So, because I'm stubborn, I want to do it myself, but I'd send over COVID, Jen, videos, and she's very good at being very direct and giving me the right advice. And
that's
then
a good coach.
So I go home and work on it, and then say, look, yay, I've done my homework. And then, so the little horse that I've got now, she is not really top level at all, but I just wanted to cruise her around the pen, and I did, and I was so proud of her. And that I gave a lot of thanks to Jen for, because
so not only are you guys business partners, she's your coach, you guys are friends, I'm sure, for life. And this is such a great event. Jen, what about you? What's a takeaway for you from this weekend?
You know, I had a couple of new students come and
nice.
They did really well.
Awesome.
They were very nervous.
Yeah.
But with the atmosphere that we've created in the show, which a lot of people said it's just a welcoming, family-oriented atmosphere, and they felt very comfortable with it. That was the highlight, I think.
Awesome.
Can I add an actual, sorry.
Yep.
Can I add another one, because that was a personal highlight for me, without the sponsors, without the volunteers, without the people coming to support us. And that would be something I would also say to young women. People who don't like you, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Because you'll never change their opinion.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter. You can't control what they think of you. So find the people around you who support you, who lift you up.
Yeah.
You want to be lifted up so that you can do what it is that you do.
And that's why I'm here, because I want to inspire other young women. I am by far not anything in regards to editing, publishing. Over COVID, I created this show. I became a freelance journalist. I just got published in 2 different magazines, and it's fantastic. And I get to meet amazing women like you, and you guys get to share your stories with me for somebody else, so that they understand that they can make it too in whatever they want to do. Exactly. But no, there's struggles, there's tribulations, but there's so much fun along the way, and you get to meet and have friends like you guys have become. And this event is just unbelievable. I'm so happy for you guys and what your future holds for this event, because if you guys want to get a reining horse and you want to get out here to this show and you're in Ontario or even Quebec or wherever, this is such an amazing event. JJ Reining, look it up. And if you're interested in finding out more about the Cowgirl Channel of Canada, please contact us. Have a look at our website, www.cowgirlchannelofcanada.ca. There's a nomination application there on the website for you to nominate someone that you believe is a part of this show. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.